Children music, the title. Um, Family and music, I don't know, y'all help me figure it out, but it was a good subject because I was talking to my homeboy. What's up, Ja? That's my dude right there, man. We were talking, and he was like, yeah, you should have a conversation on, the parents with the music, like the song Wet. And I'm like, okay, love me some Cardi B. Cardi, I love you, girl. I love Cardi, but he was saying how when Cardi had her song playing, and then when the daughter came in the room, she cut that joint off, which was, hey, woulda did it too, Cardi. Woulda did it too. Love you, girl. But he was saying that, he didn't agree with it to an extent, And I was like, well, I understand where he's coming from, but we all even watch, we'll have our moments where we want to watch the rated R movies, and we say, hey kids, go to the back, this ain't your time, or, whatever. We've all had those moments. So I would say that that's the same thing. I would agree with that being the same. It's the same thing. It's the same, it goes hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to tell you that my kids now, do they listen to whatever? Yeah, they do. Do I like half the mess they listen to? No, I do not. Do I listen to it because they want me to hear certain songs? Yes, I do, because I need to have an understanding of what you're listening to. Please let me hear it. And sometimes I'll be like, I don't want to hear that shit. But at the end of the day, yes, I gotta hear what they listening to. I gotta hear who they listen to. And there's certain artists that I've heard that I do like. But let me tell you, one of the main things I wanted to talk about on that subject is, first off, we all do that. We all will have something playing, especially when your kids were young. You have something playing, and now not all of us, because you got some. Now this is what he was upset about. He was speaking on, you have some parents who will allow their, play all the music, everything around the kids, in front of the kids. It doesn't matter, and that's your prerogative, yes. But do I agree with it? No, I didn't do it. I had a problem with that. While my kids were young, I had a serious problem with that. I had a problem with certain channels they watched on TV. I had a problem with their surroundings or who they would be around, or I had a problem with all of that. I was very particular. I was very funny with it, and I didn't care because they were my children, and I was going to say what I needed to say to make sure they were well taken care of. So yes, my kids, they didn't, I didn't listen to the regular R&B station or a regular hip hop station when they were in the car with me when they were younger. I listened to pop station and the gospel station because that's just how I felt about it. I felt like it was being disrespectful to them, giving them, I need to allow them the chance to grow and experience things on their own, not force it in front of them or bring it to their attention, let things happen naturally. It's going to happen to them because it happened to us. It's going to happen, but when we start to mold them from a certain standard while they're young, then they'll know what decisions to make, when to make them, and how, even when it comes to the music that they're listening to and when, or when they listen to the music, it doesn't even matter because everything that they're doing is positive anyway. It's just, they got a certain reason why they listen to that certain songs. They're still respectful kids, So that's how, and I'm saying it like that because that's mine. My kids are a very great example of that, because now, yeah, they listen to whatever they listen to. I just told you that. But when they were younger, I didn't allow it. We didn't watch, and I'm sad to say, but they didn't watch BT. They watched the Disney Channel. They watched and on certain shows when we didn't have the Wi-Fi and you got the Bounce channel. Let's keep it real. I loved when those old school family shows came on. They would watch those during that time too. My kids, I was funny about that kind of stuff. And to me, it helped along with other things that I didn't allow them to do or to wear or to start early on. Promise didn't get her nails done until she started a pageant at 14. She was getting her nails done, but she didn't get all the tips and the acrylic and all of that. I was funny about that. Color, no. Weave, no. I was funny about all of that. Now my mom, she would throw something in there when she had it because she ain't had time for all of that. But I was funny about all of that stuff with my baby. With my son too. They talk very proper. They talk very well. They don't allow anyone to edge them on or interest them or push them into doing something they don't want to do. They don't do that. They don't care what they think about them. If they don't want to do it, they ain't gonna do it. And if you don't like it, they don't care. So that is one thing that I instilled in my children that I love, and it was because of the decisions and the choices that I made. Because music can definitely have an impact on your life, and I'm talking about even as adults, we allow music to have an impact on our life. So it's always good to make sure that you do listen to the right things. You make sure, and let me tell you something. When my kids, as they got older, and I was hearing them listening to the rap music that they were listening to, and it had cursing in it, I said, you know what? If you want to listen to something with some cursing in it, let me let you listen to some of my music that I used to listen to, and see if it make better sense. So if you're gonna listen to it, I might as well share to you with what I've experienced. You know what I'm saying? But and they love that. My son loves Eminem. My daughter loves the Ghetto Boys from the song. My Mom's Playing Tricks on Me. She loves that song. My kids, and they still, even some of the artists that I hear them listen to now, I would listen to the lyrics and the verses, and I loved them. And there was one guy that my brother had me listening to, and I came back to the house and I was like, oh my God, I forgot his name. But I came back to the house and I was like, oh, kids, y'all gotta hear him. It was some song that he did about being about Will Smith. I love this dude, I love it. So I was like, oh, kids, y'all gotta hear this song. Y'all gotta hear that song. And they were like, Mom, we already know about him. I got everything. My son was like, I got everything on him already. We already know. I'm like, okay, what? Well, see, So that lets me know that my kids, they do listen to the lyrics and the verses. And even when they introduce me to the songs that they listen to, they talk to me through it, and they make me listen to the verses and the reason why they're singing what they're singing. And, they tell me the story, and to me, it makes sense with them. Certain things that I may not agree on, I'll say, oh, no, I don't care. That don't even make no sense. He shouldn't even be doing that. But, a lot of the artists and a lot of our peoples, they all did all of that, on the low. I'm telling you. But it was a big difference. The music was a big difference. And then music can definitely put when I say it can put an impact on your life, like even with adults, it puts an impact on our life as adults. When you hear certain things on the radio or certain albums or whatever, you hearing these words and you're like, yeah, and then you want to represent that way. You hearing all this stuff, you want to represent being that way. I don't have no particular songs for you right now. They ain't come to my mind, but that's how you want to be. You want to be like what you hear, and that's, to me, I didn't grow up like that, and it's because I listened to a lot of great music growing up. This is why I said I still introduce my children to all music, because I don't want them stuck on one thing and not knowing how much great music is out here, and I'm meaning music in the past, and I mean music before me and before my mama, so music can really put a big impact on you. Let me see here. There was some questions I had regarding this. How you feel about, okay, so I already spoke on how you feel about the children listening to music. So yes, I believe it puts a big impact on you. I actually see it with my children with a lot of things that I judged as and that I didn't allow at a certain time frame. I didn't even allow them to cut loose at certain time frames or being at someone's house and stuff like that. My children weren't like that. They didn't do all of that, you know. Not saying that it's a bad thing. It's just that when it came to me, my children, I made sure that they were good kids. We got a lot of my family has a lot of good kids, man. We got a lot of good kids in our family. We got great kids, you know. All of our kids are yes ma'am, no ma'am, no sir, yes sir, because we were raised like that. And to me, I don't think that it's a weakness. I don't think that it's disrespectful. I don't think that it's, doing too much. I think that it teaches you respect for self as well, because you should expect to hear that from the next person when it comes to you. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with the yes ma'am, no ma'am, and it got me far. It gave me a lot of favor throughout my life. It got me far, and I still say it today. I say it to my mother. I say it to anyone older than me. I say it to my boss if she's 25 and I'm 39. You know, so at the same time, you just have to know where you stand as an individual, and that you the it anyway. But you got to make sure that, you know, just portray yourself right and represent yourself right, because you never know where it could take you or where it may lead you. And there's nothing wrong with being yourself, because I am myself. I'm myself 24/7 all day long. I'm not nobody else. Who you see on here is who you see off of here, because that's who I am. I'm not going to change who I am for nobody. I'm just who I am, you know. And I feel like if you don't agree with who I am, or there's something that bothers you with who I am, then you're just not meant to be a part of my life. You know, a reason and a season for everything. And bless you, thank you for being in it at the time that you were. But it is what it is, you know. And I say that to say that there's nothing wrong with bettering yourself in any circumstance, whether you're being introduced to someone, whether you have your grandparents coming into your house and before they came, you was in here drinking and partying and cursing and carrying on. And yeah, now you got to flip the script, and you should. Because to me, it's disrespectful. But now you don't see that. You don't see people doing stuff like that. And music plays a big part. Trust me. Music plays a big part. And I'm not telling you not to enjoy it, what you love. Because trust and believe, honey, I love me some music, okay? And I love all music. Lil' Kim, first album, Hardcore, love it. Loved her all day, okay? Raw Digger, my brother introduced me to her, love her. Foxy, original Foxy from the first two albums, my girls. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying it like don't be who you are, but there's a respect level. There's a time and a place for everything. There was another thing that was on here, and I believe it had said children who take it in were just okay. So and when children take it in, sometimes they'll take in the wording, and some of them will take in the wording, and then some of them will take it in their mind as far as the negativity part of it. So that's another thing about music. Like, music has so much power. It has so much power because it can I kind of got sidetracked, but it has so much power. Music can make you or break you. You know, it really can. It can make you feel, when I listen to certain songs that inspire me, it could be when I'm mad at a man and I listen to a man-hating song by a woman. It could be when I'm down and out and I need my strength, for whether it's my lifestyle, my children, or my companion, or anything, and I put on that good gospel song and it just touches my everything in my soul. When I just want to jam and take some old school and clap my hands and move to the beat, and you know what I'm saying, and play that good old school. I mean, music is very powerful, and it can make you and break you if you let it. And it draws you in. It draws you in. So it's so important to balance yourself with music, because you're not going to stop listening to it. If you love music, you love music, and that's great. You know, you should, because it's good for the soul. But you gotta know what type of music to love, and what is it giving you besides just the beat. You know, because you listening to this all day, so some of that is gonna sit in your head, and that's your thought process. It might not be, it might be temporary, but it's happening. And we all can't deny it. Whether it's about sex, whether it's about love, whether it's about being upset about the world, you know, you just don't, it is what it is. You're still taking it in, you know? So I'm just saying, I agree with that. It's a strong influence. Yes, it is. I'm telling you. It really is. It was another question on here. So it can, and that's with children and us. Just like you got grown men and women now who don't care about being called a bitch. I'm not saying it like we don't all have a liking for it in a certain way in a certain situation, but that ain't nobody's business. And because of music, it's okay. It's okay to be called a bitch. It's okay for, and I say nigga sometimes too now, I do, but at the same time, I don't look at a black man as a nigga. I look at a black man as a queen, and that is real. I mean, as a king, and that is real. I'm the queen. But all black men, I look at them as a king because they are the most powerful, the most strong, the most sexy, the most smart, just in so many ways. They're capable of anything. And that's a strong man. That's not a nigga. I mean, I say it real country right here, but that's not a nigga. That's a man. That's a king, you know? And that's my son be tripping too, because I call him my son, like my S-U-N, because he's the son. That's the king. That's my king, you know? But he's a prince now. He's my son, my S-U-N. And that's how I feel about my nephews too. My nephews are amazing. They are all very amazing young men. They have their moments, but they are great young men. They are, and they're very respectful, and they love their aunties and their mama, and you know, they're good kids. And we got them now like this because we've all been, and I believe this is why to me. And this is just a mother's point of view, but we have all been, me and my sisters have all been with our sons without their father around. But at the same time, because my mother she had those moments too. She was like that too, with 6 of us. And my mother never waited for stuff to happen. You know, she just made things happen. She just made it happen. She wasn't going to wait. So we're like that. And then with us having our sons, we show them that love and that affection, that attention. And the nephews get it from the aunties too. We treat all of these boys like they are babies, like they all are mama's boys, but at the same time, they strong young men because we also treat them as such as well. Now, we can't do just like the men can. We can't do as good as the men can. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying from a woman's point of view, with having to be a single mom and knowing what type of man she would expect to be in the life of her and her children, she's going to take that and make sure that happens for her son to the best of her ability, you know, with whatever she can do, because that's what he's got right now. So that's not taken away from a man who can make that happen better. That's just saying from a woman I'm his mother, and he is all that I have, and I am all that he has right now. So I have to make it do, and I'm not going to allow my son to be incapable. You know, so music plays a big part in that too. Music plays a part in a lot of things. I think that is good for you, and I think that is bad for you. The best that you can. That's right, sis. There go my sis. That's the J and JAPT'A. I love you. Hey, Patrick. What's going on? What's going on, Bernard? All right. Hey, Miss Kenya, songwriter. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. But yes, I'm telling you, it's something else, and it can bring it can put an impact on your kids in any little small way. You know, because they want to be like that rapper or that song, that female who out there with everything out and nothing in, or you know, or she's singing about, yeah, let me just get this paper. Let me get that. I mean, I'm not talking about for self. I'm talking about, let me get this paper from that man. Yeah, let me get this paper. You know, showing up on there. Yes. So it's like, let me, and you know, it's stuff like that. Just the disrespect, like I said, how it's okay to call a woman a bitch, like it's really just nothing, or saying stuff like that, or listening to that type of music in front of kids while you're just all in the room because it's just cool, it's just okay. Is it okay? This is another one. I like this one too. See, y'all, Joey said, hi, promise. I told you. Okay, so this is another one. This is now my sister Joey should be picking with me on this one because she knows how I am about it, right? So this is a good one. How you feel about it as an adult around your parents. How do I feel about it as an adult around my parents? I don't like it. Not at all. I don't like it. And it's because I just wasn't raised that way. That's all, you know. Do people do it? Yes. Do people do it that I be walking in around and you know, they my people and, you know, I got people around and they are grown-ups or my parents or something? Yeah, they do it. Do I say something about it? Yeah, I will definitely try to hint or throw a something, turn it down or do something. Yes, I will. Ask my sisters. I don't care. You know, because they be knowing me. They just know me. But that, I'm telling you, that's a bit, I think it's important for, you know, for people to respect that. Because that's just like seeing an older person in front of you and you a dude and you just got your whole ass out. You got a little girl sitting here and you just got your whole boxer butt cheek out with your boxers on. Like it's just the thing to do. It's a lot of things to me that I don't agree with because we have to make and mold. And even if we don't choose to, when you're an adult in this world, especially a black person, to me, I'm keeping it real. It's just how I feel right now. But when you're an adult, and you see all these kids around you, it's not even a kid that you just have to know. It's just somebody that you consistently see all the time. You're supposed to want to represent yourself in a different manner because you're part of an impact on that child's life. You're part of being, you know, a piece of something positive to that kid or negative. You know, so you have to show a different side. And this is where it comes in real big to me because you have to put yourself in a child's shoes. And I mean, really put yourself in a child's shoes. And I'm not saying that like I'm the greatest at it because no, my kids, I get on their nerves. Sometimes there's some things I even have to check myself about and that's just real. I'm not saying it like I'm the perfect parent. No, I'll curse my kids out. I'll get in that moment and I'll just look. It's not about to happen. It's not about to happen. So yes, I will do that. Okay. Is it right? No, it's not right because, you know, let's just keep it real. I love my mom. We all can say this, but it's been done to you. So you have to think about those things. That's what I'm saying. You got to think about those things. What you say, sis? And your mother doesn't play. She'll be like, excuse me? That's right. Yes. So we have to really, you know, we have to put all of that into perspective. You know, I really will. I love kids. And I mean kids, even when I say kids, I'm even talking about grown-ups too, young grown-ups, you know, like my child who's about to be 20, you know, I do. I love them. And the reason why is because it is someone that is growing and developing into this world, and you can play a big part in making sure that whatever you wanted to tell any kid, whether it's your kid or any kid, from learning and growing from your own mistakes, you just want to share something. You just want to tell them something because you feel like it can make an impact for them. And even if it doesn't, they can pass the message along and give it to another one. And then do something for that one. You know, it's so important. It's so important to portray and represent ourselves in a respectful light. We all have our own flaws and we all have our own little fun, private little moments. We all have our moments where we love our songs and our music and certain things, you know, that nobody should even, you know, that's your business. But that's the point. That's the point. Because it should be your business. It should be when you in your zone, in your mode, and you like, yeah, I'm chilling now, I'm in my mode. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that with my baths. I take my baths, I get my wine, you know what I'm saying? I'm in my mode. You know, what I'm doing is my business. You know what I'm saying? You have to be like that. And it's a part of respect, and respect for yourself. It's a part of respect for yourself, and a respect for the kids, a respect for others. And that makes an impact too. And you never know what kind of favor that could bring. You don't know anything. You know, we all love to have fun. People don't set examples anymore, or they're too intimidated to speak up. There you go. Communication is the key in every aspect of life to me. You can be respectful and still communicate, but if you don't get it out, then nothing's going to change. Not going to make nothing happen. And even if you get it out and you feel like nothing changed, it did change, because now you got it out, and now you're going to feel like you should make another move now. Okay, I made this move. That felt great. Although nothing didn't happen, it still felt great, because it's still going to feel great. Trust me. And that's what's going to make you want to keep making another move. You know? So yes, it can. Yes, it can. And that's why being intimidated, not wanting to speak up. You can speak up. You have to speak up. It's okay to speak up, you know? Like I said, there's just a way of doing things. But absolutely, I agree with that. And I think that there should always be something or someone to say to any young adult or any kid, hey, I'm here for you. If you want to talk, if you need anything, if you need help with something, I'm here. I just want to let you know that I'm here for you. And you know what's sad? The sad part is we can't even do that no more, because you can't really trust nobody with your kids. So I understand that too, you know, because there's a lot of perverts out there, a lot of crazy people. But I'm just saying, those who are like advocates and yeah, you have to watch them too. Look, if my mama was on here, she'd tell you just like that. But still, I mean, on a positive note though, there are great people out there. And even people like you and me, this is what I love about JAPT'A, because I'm just a regular person. I'm not no big time, you know, I ain't never did no shows and no acting. I mean, you know, not like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't did none of that. I'm just a regular mom who done took care of her kids and struggled here and there and been through some things. That's all I am. And, you know, I mean, it is what it is. So, but I'm still going to say what I need to say. I still feel like whatever I can give someone is very important. And it was confirmation for me. So it's a blessing, those who said that I should do a podcast, because I always thought about it. You know what I'm saying? Girl, you're the camera live. I thought it was not Karen. But I always thought about it. You know what I'm saying? Hello, my darling. Turn up, right. Oh, let me get my sip in real quick. Sip, don't trip. Salud. JAPT'A, Amor. My sisters will say bendición. Tay, Ashley, Joy, Precious, Amber. JAPT'A all day. Love you, brothers. Can't forget about you either. All of you. So many to name. But you know, I had to get my sip in, y'all. Don't trip. Don't mind the pause. And you know, I'm going to get a little smack in, because I'm, you know, I'm telling you, the wine is good. It's just a good wine. You know what I mean? What can I say? It's a tasty wine. Let me get another sip real quick, then I'm going to talk about it. Hold up. Yeah, that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? It's a tasty lay. Tasty cake. So, anyway. So, what was I saying though? Yeah, we should really, you know, you gotta be able to go to, you gotta be able to help in some kind of way for each other. To me, helping one another is how we all can make money, how we can all produce. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you do it right, if you do it right, because you can handle certain things in a business aspect, and if you really branch out yourself and then you help others to do it too. And I mean, you just never know what it can lead to, but we don't do that enough for each other. I'm seeing it now, and this is why it's getting big. You know, to me, is I'm seeing it more than I've ever seen it. The support of one another. And I don't think we should stop. I think we should make it stronger and keep going and go hard and go hard and go hard or go home. This is good too. Oh man. Very tasty. Sorry y'all. Had to get my little chocolate in. With a little Rice Krispie treat in the middle. It's so tasty. Don't trip. But I think it's so important. We got to do that. We have to, if we could help any kids in any way, you know, from teens or young adults and teenagers to the young kids, I think we should, you know. And like I said, I'm not saying like I'm the perfect parent, because there's more that I need to do too for my own, you know, that I've failed on, you know, and that's just being honest. I have to be more attentive to their needs when it comes to education. Y'all, I suck at this school thing. I'm trying to tell you, I don't care. Judge me if you want to. It's cool. But I do. It's not my thing, you know. But it's okay. I do what I got to do to get it done, because I'm starting some classes in February 9th. Myself. But I tell you, when it comes to these kids going to school and then the way they teach, they want things done their way and not the way of just as long as they're getting it right, especially when it comes to math. That's the worst. And I suck at math. I gotta have a calculator. I mean, I can do the basic math, and I can definitely count money. But you know, so but I do feel like, you know, I need to do better in that. And if you feel like that, that's okay, because that means, you know, you need to make change. So you have to. It's okay to be wrong about something, because that's the only way you can fix it. You know what I'm saying? That's what we have to come to now. We have to come to realize that it's okay it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to not rant and rave. It's okay if she doesn't want to be bothered with you. It's okay if he doesn't want to be bothered with you. It's okay. It's okay, because when things are supposed to happen for you, they're going to happen when they're supposed to happen. Does that make sense? You just keep doing what you're supposed to do for yourself, but other than that, it's okay. I mean, it's okay. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? True, we have strengths and weaknesses. Yes, we do. We have strengths and weaknesses. I'm sorry, I need my glasses, honey. But you're absolutely right, Mr. Songwriter. We have our strengths and we have our weaknesses. Yes. So we have to, I mean, that's me. I'm like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll get mad. I get mad. Yes, I do. I get mad. You know, I'm going to tell you what it is, you know, but I'm not about to overflow myself. I'm not about to go volcano on you. No, I ain't going to say that, because I get like that with my kids sometimes. I'll go volcano on their behinds. Yes, I will. But, you know, I love my kids. I love my babies, and they love me too, you know, but I'm not going to go volcano on you, especially, you know, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you what I don't agree with, and what I agree with, and what I did not like. And then I'm going to leave it alone. If I like you, I'm going to leave it alone, and I would expect you to make a change. But if it comes to something that I'm not, you know, I feel like, oh no, it's a done deal, then I'm going to tell you that I'm done, and respectfully, I'm going to decline your presence in mine for the rest of my life. And that's just what it is. Because you're not about to give me no headache. You're not about to stress me out. I'm not going to let you do it. It's okay. You know? It's okay. It's cool. Don't worry about it. You know, it happens. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? There go my niecey pull, hey, chosecita. I love you, my darling. That's my sister Amber's baby. That's one of the A's in JAPT'A. We got A for Ashley and A for Amber. And that's her baby right there. That's my niecey poo. I love you, my darling. So, yeah, you know, you just got to have a tolerance, and you got to know when to keep yourself calm and cool and collect, you know, because some things are more important than that. And it's just so easy to just be happy. You know that? It's so easy to be happy. And if somebody is messing with your happiness or messing with your feelings, then you just got to just back away. Because I just can't let you do it. I love you, but I'm going to love you from a distance. And you don't have to say that to them, you know, but that's how you approach the situation, you know, and that's what keeps the peace. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's all right. I love you, baby. It's okay. Well, girl, I ain't heard from you in a week. Yeah, you know, and in the back of your mind, yeah, you know, I had to just step away from you for a little bit. Girl, well, you know, I just had to take a little break. You know, I was so busy. I had so much to do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't listen too deep, too hard. Some of y'all out there who know me, don't take it in. But no, on a serious note though, you don't want no one to break your peace. And it's crazy how every time I get on the subject of something, I always come to that. Because that's what it's all about. And that's why, to me, that's where the spiritualness lies. That's where that humbleness, that meek, that I'm just at peace with myself. But yeah, I'm still growing with my God. I'm still getting familiar with it. I'm still getting to know him. I'm still getting to know certain things that I know I probably still shouldn't be doing, you know. But, you know, that's between me and my God, and we gonna work on that, you know. But I just want to say, man, it just brings so much joy when you can give your own self joy, and that's when joy just is in the room for everyone else because they see it in you, you know. And I say that from experience.
Very good.
I say it from experience and I love to love. I love to keep peace. I'll speak my mind. Yes, I will. But I'm very peaceful. And like I said, if I don't want to deal, then I'll let you go. And that's how peaceful I am about it. After I tell you how I feel, whether you like it or not. Now my words when you really tee me off, my words can be tough. They get hot. But you grown and you allowed it to happen, so now you got to deal with it. And if you don't want to deal with it, then leave. I ain't want to see no more either because this is how it acted. This is how it was. This is how you acted, and this is how it was, and that just lets me know. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, that is what it is, you know. I just think it's important for all of us to inspire each other in a very strong light. I kind of branched off of music, but I kind of didn't. I just kind of swayed away for a little bit. Anyway, let me get back to it because I'm getting ready to get up off of here. But we have to definitely introduce, if our kids love music, introduce them to other music. Listen to what they're listening to. You know, gain that music relationship with your kids. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important when it comes to music. I think it's important because it does impact them. Because it impacts us. It brings a big change to our life, even for that moment. You know, so it's very important. I think we all should do that. I love you guys. I pray that everyone is safe, and I pray that whoever is taking those shots, that they're safe and they're okay. I pray that it does what it needs to do for you. and keeps you still healthy and strong. I thank you all for always tuning in and chiming in and supporting me. I love you guys for that. I thank you for that. I hope that any message that I give you guys, it really, sticks in there with you, in your heart, in your mind, or wherever it's supposed to go. I appreciate you. I love you. And y'all keep praying. Please stay prayed up, because there's a lot has changed because of prayer out of the schools. A lot has changed. Years ago, it started changing and developing. We have to pray. We have to pray. If your God is Allah, if your God is Jehovah, if your God is, I don't know all the names like everybody else do, but y'all know what I'm saying. Just stay prayed up and keep a nice, clean, spiritual mindset, because you need that in this world. You need that. You need that peace. You got to have peace in your life. You got to have peace. That's what helps everything else. I'm telling you. It helps everything else, and it makes you just say, it's okay. I'm just going to do what I got to do, and I'm going to be all right. And I'm going to keep being all right. But thank you guys for listening and tuning in. I appreciate you. Hope to see y'all next Friday. I will be starting a JAPT'A Express. So tune in for that. We're going to have that soon. I'll be actually having all of my sisters on this. It's really meaning express yourself. So I'm just calling it JAPT'A Express. That's why it's going to be called that. Can't wait. I love it. I'm so excited. We're going to have our little drinks. We're going to be on our Zoom call, and you guys are going to get to see all of that. We're going to have our topic, and we're going to be talking about it, and you'll get to see all of that. So tune in for the JAPT'A Express. I'll have that every once in a while as well. Thank you guys, and I'm still working on this thing. If you guys got some ideas for me, let me know, because I do want to start YouTubing it soon. I've been trying to get over there to my little Facebook side and started getting tuned into the IG. But I appreciate you guys once again, and have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed, safe night and weekend, and also every day as well. Good night, you guys. I love ya.